this is going to be part 3 in the mid-size homecoming mum, the red, black, and white, and silver one. And everybody voted, and we are going to do a love braid. So we're going to at least do that. Spirit chain was in number 2, and seems to be a tie on whether or not you guys want the classic spirit chain or the deluxe spirit chain. So if we have time, we'll do both, but we'll definitely do the love braid today. And I'm just waiting for some people to hop on, and I've still got to cut the ribbons for this. So what I do is I multiply the length I need. So I need 15 inches. That's how long I make my braids and chains and ribbon streamers for a mid-sized mum. So usually I like to go a little bit above that, so you have enough room to attach it to your backer. Because if you've got 15 inches that you want, you're not going to have anything to attach to your backer. So what I do is I multiply 15 by 3 and then add another 12 inches. You could even add a little bit more just to be safe. I'd rather go too long and waste a little ribbon than not have enough. So if anybody's on, I'd appreciate you guys chatting. Just say hi. Also, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, please. I appreciate it. That really, really helps us. And if you are unfamiliar with what we're working on, let me grab that mum and show you. So every week when we do the live, we're working on this mum. This is just going to be a pre-made mum that I'm offering in my Etsy shop. So I'm in no hurry to make this, which is perfect to work on it for YouTube. So the first live stream, we did this, which is the streamers and the backer, and we added a ribbon necklace, a ribbon for the pin on, and a garter. So they've got 3 different options. Being a pre-made mum, I don't know who it's going to go for, who's going to buy it, and how they're going to want to wear it. So I'm giving them 3 options. And so I will put, after this video, after I'm done with the live stream and it processes for 24 hours, I can add edits to it. Hey Becky, how are you? And so when I can add some edits to it and add some cards, which will come up across the top of your screen. Oh, this is hard to do. So somewhere around the top here in the top corner, it's like a mirror, sorry. So in the top right corner, these things will just slide across the top, and those are called cards, and we can put up to 5 of those on there. And so I will put a link to this, and then on the next week we did the 6 ribbon victory braid, so I will also put a link to that. That way you don't have to look for these videos if you're trying to watch them in a row. I'll just make sure that I've got a link on all of them, so you can keep watching all of them in order. And I'll probably even make a playlist just for this, and then I'll call it, it'll be like the red and black mid-size mum series or something like that. So again, we're going to do the love braid because that was what was voted on in the community tab. If anybody missed that, I had a post where you could vote on which braid you wanted to do or wanted me to do. So the love braid won out, and I had to practice one because it's been several months, and you know, after going a few months without making something, a lot of times it's hard for me to, I struggle. So let me show you which one I practiced on. I should have gotten this out already, I'm sorry, I forgot. I want to show you because I did something a little different. I doubled up all the ribbons. I was given that tip by a big mum maker. She's the one that gave me the advice about doubling up the white so the whites stay nice and crystal clear and white and pristine, you know, because when you put white on top of a darker color, it just kind of fades out and it doesn't look crisp and white. And then she also told me that, I think she said for all braids and chains, she doubles up the ribbons because it makes them look nicer. And I thought, oh, I want to try it on a love braid because they can be difficult A lot of times you'll have a little mistake in there, you'll have a little or gap and stuff. I mean, even for me, even I've made so many of them, and some of them look really, really good and some of them look bad. This one turned out really good, and I think part of it is because, well, I think a big part of it is because I doubled up all of the ribbons. That does make it a little bit more difficult to make, but would you guys look at that? Look how good that looks. And I think they're much closer together. It's heavier. Of course, you would have to figure that into your cost as well if you're doubling up ribbons. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of the big mum makers are much more expensive, is because of things like that. But I would just say try it. So I'm going to use 7/8 inch ribbons, and so I'm going to do red. Nobody's on yet. I'm hoping some more people will get on. It's storming here. I don't know what it's doing everywhere else. I'm hoping electricity doesn't go out. But since I did red and black on that one, I'm thinking either red, black, and white, or I don't have any diamond dust and silver. I have tried to get some in that size and have not been able to yet. So that would be a really pretty option. But I do have a sparkling ribbon, but that sparkling is really thin. So I'm afraid that even if I double it up, and you would want to double it up because it's one-sided, so you'd want to double it up where the pretty side is on both, the outside of both sides. You put it together like this, and you would want to make sure that the pretty side was on both sides. That way when you did the braid, that pretty side was showing. I'm just not sure how it'll turn out, but I can try it, and you guys can witness whether or not it's bad or not. So, Holly, you are in the way. So again, I want 15 inches, and I've got a mum here in the way. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to use this measuring, so I just measure out 15 3 times. I don't try to do all that math in my head. And then I'm going to do another foot. This mom is in the way. Okay, so when I get to the measurement I want, I'm going to pinch this, and then I'm just going to go all the way to the end so I know how long that needs to be, and try to match it up. So here it is, doubled. Hey Miss Kay, how are you? I'm so glad you could join in. We're going to do that love braid. Hey Sylvia, how are you? Thanks for joining in. So if you guys didn't hear, we're doing the love braid. I need it to be 15 inches long, and I cut the ribbons, I do 15 inches 3 times and then add another 12 inches, and I'm doubling the ribbon up. I just showed this one I did the other day, and I doubled up all the ribbons, and I think it looks so much nicer. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Now I'm going to do the black. And the stiffer the ribbon, I've learned that the better it makes these look. So if you've got one that's not real stiff, it's not going to turn out as well. The ribbon really needs to hold its shape for this braid to look good. So I think that's part of doubling the ribbons, makes it even stiffer. Let me get my black. You guys see. So see, I just measure. I go 15, 15, and 15, and then 12. And then fold it in half. I almost cut it. Oh yeah, it's fixing to really storm. So hopefully you guys don't lose me. We do live out in the country, so we get the electricity going on and off a lot. We actually don't lose it that often, but it usually when it goes off, comes back on, goes off, comes back on. It just back and forth. So if I do get knocked off and I can get back on, I will. All right, I'm gonna do the silver sparkling. 15, 15, 15, and 12. And fold in half. I still want to cut it. Hi Deborah, how are you? I have those custom cutouts right next to me that I use that art glue on. I need to show y'all. So for my custom cutouts, I had been using either my little sticker maker, which still works great, or the E6000 glue, which is okay. It's kind of hard to, but my lovely subscriber told me about this art glitter glue, and it has this fine tip, metal tip. And then one I got from Amazon was on sale, and it came with a big bottle, refill bottle too. So that's gonna last me forever. So I made some custom cutouts last night. Sorry, let's pause this love braid for a minute. And this one is actually for that mom I just moved. I made some bigger ones just like that, but they were too big for her mom. So I did those, and as you can see, they're glued nice. I did stack books on them overnight. And they turned out really, really well. They're glued down really well. I made two of those, so I'd have an extra one. I like to make doubles a lot when I'm making, you know, even for a specific mom, unless it's like I'm really busy and stuff. But just to have an extra one, because you never know when you're going to need that extra one. You know, somebody else will see that one and want that one, but they may want it in a different color. But it's nice to have some extras. So this is royal blue and that iridescent, and I made two of those. You can see it's glued down really, really well. This paw print, you really have to do 3 layers to get that look. And then there's just one more. I didn't make a whole lot. This was one a design I came up with on Canva. So that if you use Canva, that font is Stars and Stripes. It's one of my favorite fonts on there. And then just search their images. I can't remember what they call it. I think they call it an element or something. Just look for megaphone or type in cheer, and you can see it's just a plain megaphone. And I just put them together. Made a little custom cutout. And that's emerald green if you can't tell. So I'm going to make some more of those in different colors as well. But as you can tell, it turned out really good. It glued down well. I don't like attaching them and bending them around the flower because they will peel apart, so don't do that. We're going to do a V with these. I hope I'm remembering this right. Like I said, if you don't do them a lot, if you have a break where you're not doing them, you forget. I always forget. Is it 2 on the left side or 2 on the right side? I think it's on the left side. Okay. So I'm going to tilt you guys down so you can... Thank you, Deborah. I think they look awesome too. So you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm putting down this one first, and then this one. And this is where I folded them. You just want to line them all up together. And then I like to give it 2 staples. See, the silver is in the center. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the whole braid I will tell you, when I do this braid, my hand starts cramping really bad, especially at the beginning. I do struggle with this one because of that. But I don't like stopping it. Okay. I don't know why I moved that one. I understand you guys are on the opposite end of me, and it can be a little confusing. Let's see if I remember right. Let me practice just for a second, make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, okay. Alright, so first you want to fold down that back left one. Hey Monica! I am going to do a love braid for that red homecoming mom that I've been doing on the last 2 live streams. And then I showed off some of these custom cutouts that I made last night. You didn't miss a lot. Okay, so second I'm going to do my right ribbon, folding that down like this. And this one is still going up. That's the top left one. This one is difficult to do a tutorial on as well. I wish I could get in front of the camera. See, you guys could see it from my point of view. Okay. So now we want to fold up that bottom one. So it looks like this. And you just fold it up alongside that ribbon right there. So it's touching that. See that? And then we're going to fold down this top one now. Now we're going to fold this one up. And again, you're just folding it along that ribbon, so it's just, you're not creasing it though. This silver wants to crease. I'm going to have problems with the silver. I have a feeling it's not going to look real clean like this one is because it's the silver. So just beware of that. Now we're going to come down with the right. At any given time, you're going to have 2 ribbons on the bottom and 1 ribbon on the top. And you really want these to be snug. So now I'm going up with the right, or I'm sorry, up with the left. I guess I'll just say colors. Up with the black one, down with the silver, up with the right, down with the black. I do get these ribbons tangled together a lot too. Did you guys hear that thunder? I'm sure my little dog is hiding in a corner somewhere. Yep, there she goes. She just took off running. You're just constantly going up and down. I'm going down with the black. Up with the silver. Down with the red. Up with the black. I told you guys that black is not, I've told you this before, I don't know if I said it this time. This black for some reason is not very stiff at all, even doubling it up, so that's not gonna, that's gonna make it not look as great either. I'm trying to keep those as tight as possible without creasing them. Uh-oh. Ah. See, even I do stuff like that. Now I have to figure out where I was. Now with the black. This isn't easy to do a tutorial for. I do have several tutorials for this if this live stream is not, if you're not able to follow along. If you need a better tutorial, look for one. It's red and black. I know it is the last one I did, and I think it was a pretty good video. And this is why my hand cramps, because I'm trying to hold it in place. Hey Connie, how are you? I'm doing this love braid, and I doubled up the ribbons. I do have an alternative way of making this. See, it's not looking real great. Instead of starting like a V, you start like a T. And that, if you look at my older tutorials, I know I have at least one showing that method. It's the way I used to make it. And then I learned this method. And I don't remember who I saw that did it like this. I'm sorry, I wish I could give them a shout out. I don't remember who it was. But I think this way is easier. And I think you can get them closer together than like this. Crazy, crazy, huh? Yeah, you see that black? I told you that black is not real stiff. So you see the gaps it's leaving, it's not doing, the silver is actually doing better than the black. That's why I say you need a really, really stiff ribbon. And this black acetate, for some reason, is almost like soft satin. It really is. It's almost like somebody put soft satin on the wrong roll. It's not quite that bad, but it's pretty close. And I've tried making this braid out of different ribbons when I first started, and they don't look good. If you finish one and you're like, oh, it doesn't look real good, that's when you get out the bling, or you curve it. And I have videos for curving them in different ways, so look for those. But yeah, if it doesn't look real great, just start adding a lot of bling to it. Bows, dress it up. You can still use it. So you see, you're just constantly going up and down, up and down. It's not hard at all. To me, just getting it started is always the thing, because you have to get it started in that certain way. You know, you have to have the two ribbons on the left and two on the right, or I mean one on the right. Exactly, Connie, exactly. Nobody will ever know. Get all that diamond mesh. You guys probably would never guess how many mistakes are covered up that I've made, that are covered up with bling, bows, whatever I could find. Trinkets. This is a slow, boring braid, but you guys asked for it. So it's one of those. This is a good one, like if you're just watching TV in bed or sitting in, you know, watching TV in the living room or something. This is a good one to make for that. You can just sit there mindlessly doing this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't really like to stop one of these in the middle and come back to it, because I can't. You're like, wait a minute, where was I at? It's not impossible, but I really like to do them start to finish if I can. have another roll of black. I need to look at it and see if it's like this one or if it's a stiffer ribbon. I do like the silver with it. And it doesn't look bad. It's just like it's not as tight as this one is. Let me see how tight that one is. Did you guys see that? Lights flickering and everything. This is where the fast forward comes in handy. I do too. I like the colors too. They look pretty. I think it'll look pretty on that mum. Hopefully the size comes out all right. If it turns out a little too short and it's for a girl's mum, if you have a feather boa, you can cut like a little chunk of feather boa and put like a feather puff. I just staple them on the bottom. I know I've shown that in videos before. Or a tulle puff or a tinsel puff on the bottom, which is going to extend it a good couple of inches. And you know, sometimes people put short braids with long braids on the mums too. It is a 7/8 inch. Yes, Connie. I know it got really bad in Longview, and we have been kind of on the outskirts for several hours. So it's finally raining here, and I hear thunder and stuff. But I don't think we're in the bad part of it. We're usually on the outskirts of these storms. I don't know why. I've heard that we're like in a little valley or something, so I don't know. It's usually just north of us or just south of us. I don't know how we get lucky. So this should be 7/8 is number 5, I believe. Hi Leah, how are you? Thank you so much. See, let me go back to the numbers. Number 9 is the 1 5/16 or 1.3 inch. So number 5 would be the 7/8, and number 3 would be the 9/16 inch. Number 40 is the 2.5 inch. It took me forever to learn all those numbers for the ribbons. It used to drive me crazy. The higher the number, the wider the ribbon. So just remember that. That helped me. Are you? We haven't gotten like a lot of wind though, so I'm happy about that. We have some curtains on our porch, on our back porch, you know, because we get a lot of that afternoon, really hot sun back there. So we have these curtains that roll down, and you know, every time it storms, or if there's going to be heavy wind, we have to go roll them up so they don't get ruined. And it's a workout. They like wind, and they're kind of high up, so it's like, it's a real workout. For me it is anyway. Okay, I'm at the very end here. I just fold those on top of each other as tightly as I can. Get in there with my stapler. I'm going to cut that side off. And I might use those to hang it. Thank you, Kay. See, I just recently learned them, Connie. And I worked at a store where we sold ribbons and stuff. And I was a floral designer. and I didn't know him then. He used to get tickled at me. Hey TJ, how are you? Let's see if I made this long. Oh, it's almost 17 inches long. Look at me. I used the same amount of ribbons on that one. I guess they're about the same. That one's much tighter. You guys can see the difference. I still think it's pretty, and then I can hot glue some stuff on it. Now, okay, so Spirit Chain was number 2, and I did a post to see if anybody wanted to vote on it, if they wanted classic or deluxe, and I've got 3 votes, and the deluxe won. TJ, you'll be happy. So we will do that one. I'm trying to remember the measurement. I've got to look up at the measurements. I did not prepare for that, I'm sorry. So I just go to my playlist, and I've got a playlist for every single type of braid. So there's one for bubble gum, there's one for victory braids, heart chains, spirit chains. So I'm just going to click on that, and you see I've got all these like spirit chains. Spirit and Texas chains are together. Yeah, I like the orange and white too. Stop it. YouTube and its little questions. Let's see. Okay, so I don't have measurements for a 15-inch. For an 18-inch braid, cut the ribbons at 36 inches. For a 12-inch, cut at 24. So it sounds like I'm doubling the ribbons. So that's what I'm going to do. Anybody have a particular color combination they think? Let me show you the mom again. Let me show you what I'm thinking. I just have that hanging on there, so I have it there. And I did put this under some books for overnight. Like, well, actually, I think I did it for like 24 hours. Always deluxe. I know, deluxe, deluxe. Yay, I knew you'd be happy. Okay, so I'm thinking this on one side, the deluxe spirit chain on another. I'll have this in the middle, all decorated up, and then maybe a loop chain on either side. So, and I don't know what colors I'll do the loop chains yet. They will probably be skinny loop chains, but maybe like wonky or something. So red and black over here, red, black, and silver here. So a lot of times I will go with the same color I do here over here to balance it out. But I could also do like red and white or red and silver, but it's gonna have 3 colors. So I can do the same here, but that's not a guarantee that this is where they're gonna go. I mean, I could end up changing my mind and doing this and this. It's just a lot, you know, when I do like a victory and a spirit chain, they're both flat. So a lot of times I'll put those, you know, one on either side, because I think that balances it out. So I can do red, black, or white are 3 options, and the silver sparkling is an option too. I have white cracked ice, and I've used that on the deluxe spirit chains a lot, and it looks pretty. It gives it a different texture. I'm going to be using 7/8 inch ribbons, so it needs to be anything that I have with 7/8. Here's a white with silver polka dots. That's like a polypropylene, so I can use that as well. Red and white. But I need 3 colors, Miss K. It's a red and white with silver. got. So plain white or cracked ice white, or ice crunch, I'm sorry, ice crunch white. I think different brands call them something different. Plain black, which we already know this black does not fold well. I do have the black and the luster. I just want to see if it's better. I bet it will be. Then I can get this out and just use this on the braids. Oh, much better. Much, much better. Red, black, and white. I think that would be great, yeah. Ice crunch white. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I can make it with the red and black. Look at how well that creased. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Thank you, luster ribbon. So what I'll do is I'll save that roll for when I make like loops, and then I'll use this one for braids and chains. I mean, yeah, braid, anything that I need to braid with. I don't have a red and white printed ribbon. I don't have like, you know, any and these that are really printed except for that white and silver polka dot. I mean, I have some red and white ribbons, but they're not like creasable ribbons. That's the only thing. With the spirit chains too, though, what I used to do is I would make a regular spirit chain and then run ribbons down it. I don't know how to explain that without having one in front of me, but you would just slide them kind of under the braided ribbon, and so you would see that poking out. And that was another, I guess that was another version of 3 ribbon. Red and white. No. Oops. Oh, I thought I had that on there. Get these out of the way. I never attach my braids and chains until I've got them all made, and then I can put them on there and see how I like it. I will just slide the ribbons, show you guys that, do a classic, and then show you with sliding ribbon. It's like I've got a red and white zebra print over there. I've got some red and white hearts. Let's see, what else do I have? Some red and black gingham, some red and silver stars. Okay, honey, that's what I'll do. Let me see what I've got. I've got too many ribbons everywhere because I can't find anything anymore. Those are all too wide. I've got some red glitter. Those are all wide. Those are all plain ribbons. Hold on. Let me see what I've got silver hearts. Red and white zebra, and that's glittery as well. Red and black, let's go defense. That's all I'm saying that will work. I gotta read y'all. No. Yeah, well, and sometimes I get them stapled on there, TJ, and then still just decide I don't like where they're at and start undoing them. So that happens to me all the time. Nothing but black, all red and white. Okay, so I have this one. I also have a red and white, just hearts. They still have the plastic on it, that's why I didn't show you. And then another red and white that's like XOXO with hearts on it too. But that's all I see. I think these are all wide ones. See, I don't know what all I have because it's all hidden. I do have these too. So this one's got glitter on it. This one's got sparkle on the ends. Don't forget the bows. Okay. You want bows on the spirit chain, or you want bows on the love braid that I did? Okay, so let me go ahead and cut my red and white ribbons. Get this black out of the way. Again, I'm doing 7/8 inch. That up. Oh my goodness. Okay. So for the first ribbon, I'm cutting double what I need, and I went like an inch or two longer than what I need. So I need 15, so it's almost 17. So find your center. Put these ends together. I know, y'all. Do the gingham. This one that has the glitter, sparkle. Not really glitter, it's like sparkle on the ends. Work my way up. This is the best way I found to find that center. And you want to make a point. Just crease that down. It's not even for some reason. I think it'll be okay though. As long as these ribbons are side by side, my point's not straight, but that'll be okay. Okay, Connie, I gotcha. We'll use this one. Okay, so next I'm going to do white, and I'm going to double it. Like I said, I went 17 inches just to make sure. I doubled 17 inches to make sure that I had one long enough. I'm going to double the length that I need, but I'm also going to double the white ribbon so it stays crisp and white. So I doubled 17 inches and then creased it and measured out another 17, so it's double-sided. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for my acrylic ruler, but I'm going to try because I like to use that. Now I always have trouble remembering exactly where I need it, so instead of stapling it first, I'm going to try to start the braid just to kind of see if I have it at the right angle. Just like the victory braid, you have to have this at the right angle or it won't look good. Just clip that so I don't have to hold on to it. Oops, I'm kind of creasing those. I don't want to crease them yet. I think that's exactly right. My only issue is because I'm doubling this, it does make it, this one, like, bend easier. So I'm wondering if I should have doubled those anyway. We'll try it like this since I already have it. Just want this staple there. My masking tape, tape that down. It is raining good, y'all. My flower bed is flooding. I want to pull that snug so it matches up with the edge of this ribbon. Yes, is it not loud enough? But it's over here. Is that better? I moved it over here. Then you're going to go up and over the one on the left. And you want to go up. You want to push those up so they're all touching. Each point is touching. This is where I like to get my ruler out or a hardcover book just to hold that down. I'm going to give that a crease. And it's not perfect. It's going over a little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It may be. Like I said, it's over there. You know, I'm usually kind of over there a little bit further. But I didn't want it like right here because then every time I put something down on the table or the mat, it like bangs. Okay, good. Yeah, y'all have to tell me these things. I don't know how it sounds. I was trying to figure out a place I could put it like right here, but I couldn't find anywhere. There's too much stuff right there. We're just going to keep sliding this down to hold it down and keep it creased really well. Again, push that up too before you crease it. Make sure it's lined up there and then make sure all your points are touching. And push that down. Oh, really? So that did make a huge difference, didn't it? Still learning with that microphone. Oh, those two videos that I did last night, I did my voiceovers with this microphone instead of my little earbud microphone. I could tell a difference, but I don't know if I liked it any better or not. I don't know if you guys noticed it. or if you want to go back and just kind of listen to it real quick and tell me what you think. So I know which one sounds better for the videos. This is one of those too that you might want to stack some books on after you make it, if you don't need to attach it right away. Ooh, goodness. It was so hot here yesterday. It was hot and muggy. It was miserable. I thought, oh, here we go. It's summer already. I use this ruler so much, and I didn't think I would. It just, you know, it came with this mat and my rotary cutter. I was like, okay, it's a bonus. But I love it for all these flat braids. Hey, Jamie. Yes. I already did the love braid, now I'm doing the spirit chain. And then I'll do 1 or 2 loop chains for it, however many I can fit on there. I appreciate y'all voting and telling me what you wanted to see and what you wanted on there. Okay. And that was perfect. I have just a little extra there. Okay, if you go ahead and staple this, you're going to kind of mess up the next step. And actually that staple might get in the way too, but you know, I have to staple it at the beginning. See how crisp and white that white is. Actually, I can go ahead and staple it on this side, but not that side. Alright, so here's what I'm talking about. This was a Dollar Tree ribbon too, y'all. Wait, I can't get in there. Oh my goodness. There, just ripped it. You just slide them down. So I would do like those ribbons that have like a sports theme on them. There you go. You'll love it for making the braids. I love it. It's just, you know, it's so long that you have to have your table cleared off. So that's what it's gonna look like. Simple, simple. You see how easy it is to slide those in there. You just have to go smaller than what the space is, or the same. You can do the same width. It's a little bit harder to run it through there, but go like this. Yeah, I don't remember when. Oh, these are Valentine's. It says right there. The ginghams and the buffalo checks. I love those. They make cute little bows too. I'm just going to curl that under. Give that a staple. You do want to make sure they are secure in there because they will come out. Nope, I don't think I even got it. Nope, I've totally missed it. I don't want to put a bunch of staples in there. Slide that down just a little bit and then restaple it. Okay. Instead of having 20 staples down there. And then you can staple it up here too. Just to make sure they stay where you want them. And that one went over a little bit. Spirit chains are easy and quick, and then you can change them up by doing things like this. So this is what we're going with right now. And like I can do a loop chain here that's like black and red, black, red and silver, black and silver, red and silver. And then I can do one that has more white here to kind of even that out. Or just change it up. Oh, let me show you guys this too. Remember how curly that ribbon was? Let me pull you up. Do you remember how curly that ribbon was? See how much it's relaxed? Still curly on the end, but it's not curling way up here. When I first attached it, it was curling all the way up here. So putting some weight on it and hanging it up really, really helps. Thanks, Connie. So see, you can mix it up. It's not set in stone how I'm going to attach everything. Thank you, Kay. And I'll have to put homecoming on there somewhere. I may have a ribbon that'll work, I don't know. Now I have all those ribbons I pre-made. So I have this red and white one. That one's really long. I don't want to cut that one up. That one's red. That one might work. Oh, there's that one too. Thank you, TJ. Yeah, I think I need more white too. So the loop chains, I'll probably do some white. I think so too. Yeah, I don't want it too dark. But I can put this on an end, or I can put it kind of behind a braid or chain. So that gives it some more white on this side. If you guys can't see that. So that's an option. And that one I could trim down. That one would work on here too. It's long enough or short enough. You're not the boss of me. No, just kidding. I love it. I love the advice. I love that you guys are helping me make this one. This one is going to be y'all's mom too. Hey, Lucy. She's not scared of the storms, are you? Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Yes. You're not scared, are you? Her sister is. Holly's always hiding when it storms. Isn't she? This is when she says, "You've been crafting too long. You need to give me some attention." She gets between me and whatever I'm doing, and she's pushing me back. You are so funny. What are you doing? Can you say hi? No, I don't want kisses. Please. You're such a sweet girl. You trying to be the star, huh? Just trying to be the star. You're so sweet. I have to. She always comes up here with those claws, and I'm always having to move my stuff out of the way. No, Jamie. Hopefully it doesn't get bad. TJ just said hi to Lucy. You want to say hi to? Say hi. You won't bark when I want you to bark, will ya? She does this all the time when I'm crafting. No, you can't have my necklace. You're so sweet. Miss Connie said hi too. Okay, did I give you enough love? Was that enough? Thank you, sweet girl. Thank you, Deborah. Oh, really? I need attention, yeah. I bet. That's what she reminds me of. She reminds me of a toddler. She acts like a toddler so much. It's so funny. Ooh, I hope it doesn't get bad, y'all. Kay says hi, too. Yeah, she gets into stuff she's not supposed to. She's always got something in her mouth that she's not supposed to, and we don't know how she finds it. There's toys all over the floor, constantly tripping over toys. It's like having a toddler all over again. It really is. It's funny. I'll probably use this one, but I'm not 100%. This one I cut homecoming out of the acetate ribbon on my Cricut. It's not perfect. You can see like it kind of cuts the ribbon up a little bit. Frays it a little bit is what I mean. But it still looks pretty neat. Got all my little clips here. That way I can just keep it together. It's coming along nicely though. I gotta clean up all this mess. That's the part I hate, is the cleanup. So do you guys want to do a loop chain? We got 2 braids made in an hour. That's pretty good for on a live stream. Let's see. I have, hey Lucy girl. So I have red and 2.5. I have the white and the 2.5. This is more like a 1.5 inch. This is not like an acetate, but it's really close to it. It was at Walmart in the Christmas section. It still creases and stuff. Oh, I hope it, I do. I hate driving in the rain too. Hopefully it does. But I want these loop chains. I don't want to be too decorative with these loop chains because I want them for the love chain. What was the name of the orange? This orange? I know, I love those twisted loops too. Those are my favorite. I don't know if these wide ones would be too much or not. Oh, I have red in that 1.5 inch too. So I could do just simple single loop chains with like, I still like to double them up, but I want to make it so they can put stickers on them. That's just the regular orange, you know, because they've got like tangerine and they've got pumpkin, and this is just plain old orange. Does it? This is it. I've got pumpkin too, but I've got it somewhere else. I've got it like in a box or something because I don't use that very often. Yeah, just the plain orange. Maybe it's because it's with the white. I don't know. It does look really bright and vivid. But I doubled up the ribbons, TJ, when I made it. Instead of just using a single ribbon, I doubled them. That's maybe another reason why it looks so good. Goodness gracious. Thanks for joining, Connie. Good luck with all those cookies. Goodness. Okay, so we can at least start a loop chain. You guys want? It's been an hour. I usually go like an hour and a half, usually. I have diamond dust in red too. The 1.3 inch, but there again, but that would limit. Bye, Connie. Have a good day. That would limit how they could attach stickers, though. That's the only thing. I'm trying to think. When I do loop chains, I end up wanting them to look like decorative instead of for stickers. Okay. Yeah, when I first ordered, I got pumpkin because I didn't know what color orange to order. Or maybe I didn't even see the orange. Maybe they didn't have the orange. I can't remember. It was years ago. So it's a little bit darker orange, but it looks neat. I use it a lot with, sometimes I'll use it for ours and I'll do it with like a lot of black and it looks really cool. Let me see. I really like the wide loop chains, but I'm just afraid it's going to be too much for this. But it may not. I think I can fit them on there. Or I could do one wide one, one skinny one. What do y'all think? I'm going to go ahead and start cutting some 1.3 inch at 6 inches long. And I'll be doubling these up as well because you want the white to be nice and crisp and white. I think I just cut 10. I'll start there. Now I could do this on top of the red, like so. I have this red. It's not quite as wide. I've got some red and white wired ribbons too that I could do. There's a red and white polka dot. Nobody care what we do. Here's that red shimmer I could put in the background. I could put a red behind that. Lucy Lou. I'm more of a bling person myself, so I like the sparkle of this. Those are my good scissors. I want to cut wired ribbons with good scissors. So I would back it up like this and then put the white on top of my loops like that, so they can still put stickers. Lucy, what are you doing? And they would have to do like red stickers or black stickers, something like that. I'm going to start cutting a few of these. 6 inches. You do have to remove the wire. Thank you, thank you. Oh good, Kay agrees then. So they'll still be able to do stickers, but it'll add this nice, pretty, shiny element to it. Step it up a little bit. So you just gotta remove these wires. This one's really easy. The reason why I removed the wires is because, so let's say you've got the loop and then someone bumps into it, so now your loop is deformed. So it's going to hold a shape better if you take the wires out. You know, TJ, maybe I'll do a wide loop chain and then like a twisted loop chain for the other side, because I'm not usually, you know, a lot of people will put multiple loop chains and they'll make them exactly the same on, you know, one side and the other side, and that looks pretty, but that's not me. I don't usually do that. I don't know that I've ever done that. I may have. So I'll probably do 2 different loop chains because that's just how I like to do it. Yes, they would too. The only thing on silver up against white doesn't stand out very well. You know what I've done before too is I've doubled the stickers and made them in one color, like a darker color, and then offset the ones on top of it, like if I did silver glitter, so cut red and regular vinyl and attach those and then go over them with the silver glitter and just show a little bit of that red glitter. And I freehand that. It's not easy, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Yes. Thank you, TJ. I knew you'd like that idea because you like twisted loops. Alright, so we're just going to layer these. Put that on top of there. Now you could do this straight in the center, or you can go off to one side, and I forgot to double it. See the difference? See how it looks? It doesn't look white, very white. Now it looks really white. When you're layering these ribbons, it can make the loop chain more difficult to make. I am going to put them on one side. I like to offset them. That is getting hung up there. Stop that. Alright, I'm going to have to fuss with this first. Well, I think it stopped raining, but oh, it's flooding everywhere. When it rains hard and fast like that, we have a moat around our house. It's really funny. Or at least on 3 sides. Now you can attach the loops like this, so it goes back and forth, so their name goes back and forth, or you can do it straight and do it both ways. I know, and I bought a bunch of white, so I hope that I have enough white to last me through this season. I hope I do. Never, Jamie, never. You never say this enough. Honestly, I just keep putting them on, like the braids and chains, I just keep putting them on there and kind of seeing what they look like, and then I can tell, okay, I think this is going to be enough. So sometimes it has 3 braids, sometimes it has 4, sometimes it has 5. Because a lot of times, you know, when you do 4 or 5, it looks like too much. It's like they kind of get swallowed up. There was a leg garter I did at the beginning of the season last year. It's red and white, so you can go look it up. It's basketball fame. So it was a full-size garter. It was for a girl, like I said, it was a leg garter. But I only did 3 braids and chains on it. But I did a bunch of ribbons with vinyl on it, and then a couple of really big bows. And it was one of my favorite ones. And it looks really clean. It's not like overdone. There's not too much going on with it. You can see everything that I did. All that hard work's not being swallowed up by other stuff. So line those up. Try to match them up. And again, if you're doing it like this, if you decide to do it like this, they don't have to be as perfect. So if you're getting frustrated that they're not matching up real well, just alternate them back and forth. I know it's hard to say, that's enough. And I don't tell people, okay, this mum is going to come with this many braids and chains, or, you know, a loop chain with homecoming on it and such and such. That's just not me. I don't want to make the same mum over and over again. I know that works for some people, and that's fine. It just does not work for me. I want each mum to be unique and to be made on the fly. I forgot to tell you this, TJ. I was reading a post on one of the bigger mum makers, I think it's Central Texas Spirit, or Central Texas something. I think Spirit Wear or something like that. You guys will right. If you get on Pinterest, you'll know who I'm talking about. But I guess she has like a blog or something, but or maybe it was just on her website. I don't know. But somebody had pinned it, so I saw it. But she was talking to her customers, and what she will put up with and won't, kind of, and it was really pretty awesome. I loved it. But she basically said, and I don't want to try to quote her because you guys need to find it and read it, but she told them that she would not put up with them telling her where to put X, Y, and Z on the mum. You know, like being real picky, like I want this word on this chain, and I want this chain on this part of the mum. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? And she said, I assume since you picked me that you like my designs, so why don't you trust me to make you a mum that you'll love? Something like that. And I was like, that is awesome. I know, TJ, that's me. And that's another thing, like if I'm working with someone with a budget, so I try to cut back on stuff, you know, make less chains on it or something, or, you know, just I try to cut back on some things if they really have a budget. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, but it really needs this. And so I have a hard time like stopping because I want it to look a certain way, but not by, you know, I have to think about how much they're spending on it too. Because then everybody else will want that for that price. That's me too, TJ. I just want it to look complete. So I'm really vague on my Etsy shop about what, you know, I say it'll come with 3 to 5. I'm not going to give them a specific number. I have yet to have any complaints, so I assume everybody loves their moms. I would be devastated if they didn't. Yes, TJ, you need to check that out. She had some other stuff. I'd read a whole bunch of stuff on her that she had written, and it was some of it cracked me up, and it was like same here, same here. I'll definitely need more loops than that. You can do it, you know, you see some people do them like in a grouping, and they'll be like just ribbon here and just ribbon here, and then you can add like a bow or something, or trinkets or something like that. Especially if they have a small name, you know, short name. But when you're doing a pre-made mum, you don't know how many you're going to need, so it's better to go more. Oh, I hate those last minute orders. Yes. That, you know, that's the one thing I hate about the custom cutouts now, is everybody expects them on a mum. And for all the people that don't have a Cricut or a Silhouette or a Scan and Cut, you can't do those. So I hate that for people that don't have them and are making mums. And, you know, before the custom cutouts, it was about, you know, I would always come up with some unique design on the flower. with like floral picks and stuff, like glitter things and ribbons, and I would just come up with all these unique things to make each mum different. And now it's a custom cutout. So I wonder how long the custom cutout thing will last. I mean, I think it'll last a long time, but I think it won't be all about those for a long time. Because we don't have to be as creative anymore. I mean, we can be creative with the custom cutout, but we don't have to come up with some unique thing to do on the mum flower anymore. So, but yeah, that's frustrating for somebody that doesn't have one. And if you're not making a lot, if you don't make a lot of mums, or you're, you know, if you're not, it's hard to justify that amount of money. I tell you, I can't remember when I bought that Scan and Cut, but it was maybe 3 years in. I think I've had it like 5 years. But I pretty much took all of my profits from that year and bought that thing. I think I bought some more ribbons and stuff and bought that. I didn't have any money left over after that season. Oh, acrylics? Oh, that's fun too. Well, that's, you know, I want to start a new trend with the sublimation too, because I think that gives you a whole another ball game as well. Yeah, well, you know, and I offer both. I offer it with custom cutouts and without, because, you know, I started this is going to be my 3rd season on Etsy. So the first season I did, you know, they just left it up to me, and I would, if I could come up with a custom cutout for their mom, then I would. And then the next year it was like everybody expected one, so I had to change up the listings, especially for like the peewee mums and the little ones. You know, I wasn't charging that much, and they were all expecting all the stuff like custom cutouts and stuff. And so I had to say, okay, here's a basic peewee. If you want to pay this little bit of price, you know, cheaper price, then this is what you're going to get. But if you want a custom cutout, you're going to have to pay more. So I was proud of myself for that, because I was doing all these extras for stuff like that and wasn't getting paid for it, basically. And I still have people that order without the custom cutout, or custom. I call it, you know, the mum with custom is with a custom cutout. But I still had several that were just basic, that didn't want to pay for that, or didn't want one. Alright, so I need to figure out which ribbon I want to attach this to. You don't have to attach this to a wide ribbon. You can do it on a shorter ribbon. This is that one I cut wrong. That's cool. There's so many unique things you can do now. So I can do them kind of wonky like. Like that. Yes, I know, TJ. That was me. I was like, especially after that first year, I was like, I don't have much to show for all that work. And then last year was insane. Yes, oh, I know, TJ. I was like, oh my gosh, she's doing all those custom cutouts. They look, and the mums looked awesome. And I was like, oh, she's only charging that. But I'm sure people were saying, you were saying that about me too. I wasn't charging enough. And you really don't understand until you get in it, like how much you're paying Etsy, and then how much time you're putting in it, and all these little special touches. And I used to not understand why people charge so much for mums until I really got into the thick of it and started getting really busy. And then I realized how much I'm putting out and not getting back. So I'm trying to to see my worth. Yes. No, I mean, I just like doing each, you know, each mum needs to be unique, I think. Yes, they do, Jamie. They do add up really quick. And I will tell you, too, doing the custom cutouts will really wear on your machine, too. It wears down your mats very, very quickly. You have to clean them really frequently. Sometimes I'm not even done with the project and I have to stop and clean the mat and let it dry and then start again. And it will dull your blade really, really quickly too. So you have to think about that and the cost too. Well, and you know, in trinkets too, you can add bling to trinkets and a little bow or something. I mean, you can touch up trinkets and make them look cute, you know. And I sometimes paint them if I want them a different color. So I mean, you can change up trinkets too and make them more personalized. It is a classic look. Yes, and a lot of ribbons you can't find. Have you guys noticed that? Oh my gosh! Every time I order, you know, I want to just order one time and be done with it, but they're always out of this ribbon or that ribbon, and I want some more black like this, but All American was out. L and M have it, but I'm debating on whether I'm going to order again just to order some black ribbon, and then because then I'm like, oh, I want this too and I want that, and I don't need all that. I probably will though, because I really do need some black 2.5. I need to look in my stock though and make sure I don't have it like in a polypropylene or something. Yes, it's changed so much, hasn't it? Yes. But I'll tell you, LMN had, I feel like my mouth is really, really dry. They had more ribbons in stock, and they had luster and acetate. The acetate's going to be silver, and the luster is going to have a gold cover, or spool end. But they had luster in a lot of colors, but they were charging the exact same price for luster as they were acetate. It's supposed to be cheaper, so I was like, that's, oh my gosh. So yeah, we have to raise our prices for that kind of stuff too. And if you guys watched my video last night, you saw how expensive that Michael's glitter cardstock was. School let out late because of the storm. They didn't want the school buses driving in the storm. So I can do these like this for catty corner. I like to do them where they're kind of wonky. That's my preference. When you use a smaller ribbon for the background ribbon, you just want to attach the loop right in the middle. I like to do 2 staples as well, because that way I know it's nice and secure. And I just want to make sure that everything is covered up when I do the next one. So I'm making sure both ends are covered up there. I tell you what I love about having like a Cricut or a ScanNCut or a Silhouette. It's just making my own vinyl letters. More than doing custom cutouts, I love to have my own vinyl letters. I don't want to buy stickers from somebody. Oops. I'm going to have to stick with this. I did that one wrong. That's okay. I like it like this too. But just making my own stickers and using different fonts and different colors of vinyl, I love that. And I think that's one of the things people like most about my mini mums is because it's got so much vinyl on it and it really shows up. That's like the thing that really stands out on them. See how cute that is. Uh-oh. So I'm not going to finish this one yet, but look how pretty that'll be on one side or the other. And that does give it some more white, so that looks good. Let me pin that on. So that's where we will pick up on the next one. That's a good idea, Jamie. Yes. Well, and you know, like those star-shaped trinkets that say like senior or junior or whatever, I like to put like different color rhinestones on those. Like different sizes and different colors. Like I've got some orange, black, and clear ones. And then I have some big red ones. So if I use those colors, I like to add those just throughout the star. And it makes it really fun and different. But yeah, those foam, anything like that. And I've got those little wooden star. Let me find those. I did something similar with these. I was putting one of these on several trinkets. Some of the, like the star-shaped ones, or just some other ones that kind of have some blank space on them. I have these in gold and silver. These are from Hobby Lobby in the Christmas craft section. They're little wooden stars, but they're painted metallic, either gold or silver. Really inexpensive. So you can use these as a trinket, and then or you can attach them to a trinket just to add something different. Yes, and you know, like the megaphones, sometimes I will do vinyl sticker. I'll do like the person's name or the school or mascot or something in vinyl. So that's, I mean, you can do so much with the trinkets and dress them up. The little cheerleaders, you can put like the little pom-poms, little fuzzy pom-poms on over the little pom-poms and change that up. You can do different things with trinkets to make them fun and unique. Do you put the star kind of like in your area on the Texas where you guys are? Yeah, that's a good idea. Those are all good ideas. See, that's what I love about live streaming. Y'all can pass around ideas and tips. That's fun. I know, I love to use different things that you wouldn't even think about. I'm always going to the clearance section, like at Hobby Lobby or something, and just looking for some different things. I have not used these yet, but I found these on clearance, and I was like, oh, you could put that on a mum flower. These are actually iron-on letters, but they were 35 cents. I got the little fencing because I thought I would do a defense one. I saw that on Pinterest. I don't know who did it, who started it, but this is also Christmas craft, Hobby Lobby. And then like the glitter floral picks, you know, that you can get at Christmas or any time of the year. They have them throughout the different times of year, just the little single floral picks. Some of them will be like swirly or something, and you can cut little pieces off that and glue them in the flower. I always go to the ornaments section and look for fun ornaments that you could possibly use. I found these somewhere. I don't remember where. They're drumstick pencils. But if I get a drummer, I can put those on the mum flower maybe, or on a braid. And I got, look, baseball bats. I do not remember where I got those from. Yes, wouldn't that be cute? Can I add this? That's exactly what I do in a store. I'm like, could that go on a mum? I bet I could make it go on a mum. Yeah, I want to do one of those defense ones so bad. I saw that on Pinterest once and I was like, oh, I want to do that. Yes, gotta love that clearance stuff. Definitely. Yeah, you are definitely not alone in that. It's probably all mum makers are like that. I'll tell you, there's a lady, and she's actually local. Lisa, I always screw up her name. It's Lisa Black. She's got like three-word name. But her mums are really unique. But I don't know if she's still doing them or just doesn't post them anymore on Pinterest, but she used to. Hold on, I've got a whole section just dedicated to her. I think my husband just pulled up, so I'm going to have to get off here, but the dogs are fixing to go crazy. I thought I had a section just for her. Oh yeah, Mums by Lisa. And it's L-E-I-S-A. But the pictures are not real clear. But you guys have probably seen them on Pinterest. But hers are just really, really unique. But anyway, I worked with a lady that is really good friends with her. Small world. Dollar Tree. Yes, Christmas. In the craft section, you can find those little stars, and you can find that fencing, and you can find some other fun little stuff.